this one, final lap here, final tight. We gotta make a little bit of noise here in Rockton. Let me hear you loud. 10, 9, 8, 7, 2, 1, let's
When the red flags go up and the siren sounds, all cars must come to an immediate stop.
Shit.
Okay, so what happens there is because he is turned around facing the wrong way on the ramp, we just cannot have that for safety reasons, so I'm going to see if we can't sort that out. Yeah, we're going to bring the Bobcat in. Once again, for everyone's safety, when the car is facing the wrong way, right lodged in the ramp, we don't want that to happen, so we'll take that out and be able to continue.
I've had it worse. It's fine, I've had it worse. You have some hot dogs?
That happened so fast, I don't know if he knew which direction he was facing.
I was out here with Spencer Wolf just cooling things down. He was asking me if I had any hot dogs. I'm not sure that's a good sign in terms of how hot that car is.
Damn.
You know, again, as a guest here, John, I got to point out when you look at track crews like that, to be able to pick up as quickly as Sean Chase did on the far side, to see that car turned around that way, the only way it could have been worse was if that driver's side door was facing.
Exactly, exactly. We've got a great crew running the skid steers here in Rockton, always have had. They have a great demolition derby committee that works with us. They not only set up this track, they run all the equipment, they keep everything just right ready to go. And they've got to do it 3 times here at the fair because we've got demolition derby for 3 nights. And that car will be eligible to continue if he's able, now that he's facing the right way. All right, here we go.
All the way. This is the guy again.
You know, it's not a real convenient time for a barbecue. When the red flags go up and the siren sounds, all cars must come to an immediate stop. Toss brake for number 12, Patrick. Little blaze, taking place. Each driver, of course, carries a fire extinguisher within his reach in the driver's compartment. In most occasions, they will handle the sometimes types of fires we occasionally see in demolition derbies. We mentioned before, we do have the members of the fire department here tonight, just in case we get
told you, give me the hot dog.
Stop brake.
It'll be fine.
And we're checking out what's going on.
Because it's been rubbing a lot, so.
Well, it maybe just a little blow there.
Okay.
And of course, we get the signal and we're ready to go. Here he comes.
Good.
He wasn't counting on that. Now what happens in that situation is that our highly trained professional crew will roll this car back over. Then the officials will take a look and see if there's any leaking fuel or any reason why it would not be safe for that car or driver to continue. He's getting back in it. He said, I came here to race. We're going to race. But as long as the gas tank is still intact, that's the main thing. Sometimes after they've been over on the roof, they just very simply won't run. Oftentimes they will. And that one looks like it might. Don't laugh at it. He'll probably drive it to work on Tuesday. He's trying it. But our main concern is always that there is nothing that would endanger the driver's safety. The biggest thing is that the gas tank is still in place and that nothing's leaking. No, it's not going to go. Give him a round of applause. That's a tough break at that point. 84, Andy Tillman of Kitchener. We're going to lift that one out of the road. And what is in the water around here? Looks like we've got
Shut it off or
possibly things happening under the 333. It was glowing under there before, but it wasn't actually burning. In order for it to be classified as a fire, it must actually be what we call self-combust. So you occasionally will see fumes burning off in a stack, or you'll see a red glow or sparks, but they're not always classified as
told you, give me the hot dogs!
Self-combust.
John, he's worried here. He says the engine hot light is on.
Well, at least he didn't lose the keys. Okay,